Hi everyone, my name is Kevin and I am an educator here at the Children's Museum of Houston, and today we are in Heart and Soul, Growing Up in Korea. And this gallery is all about South Korean culture and primarily 5 kids' lives in modern day Korea and the folk tales that kind of go on and influence their lives. South Korea is a very urbanized country. About 90% live in cities and about 10% live in rural areas. So it's a very interesting position they're in because a lot of the kids grow up in cities, but they also are told these very traditional folk tales which kind of guide their way of life, passed down from their parents and their parents' parents. And if you don't know what a folk tale is, we kind of have similar things in the form of the Three Little Pigs, Little Red Riding Hood. So it's basically a story that's passed down that teaches a lesson and tells you something about life, a moral. And so today we are going to be looking at the Tale of Shimcheong. And so Shimcheong teaches lessons of honor, respect, and sacrifice for one's family and respecting one's elders. So to start the story, once upon a time, there lived a girl named Shimcheong whose mother died in childbirth. She lived with her poor blind father and cared for him with great devotion. One day, her father stumbled and fell into a stream. He was rescued by a monk who told the father that if he donated 300 bags of rice to the temple, he would pray to Buddha to restore the father's sight. The father pledged the 300 bags of rice. But the father was too poor to keep his promise to the monk. So Shimcheong decided to sacrifice herself to Ingdang-su, the Sea King, in return for 300 sacks of rice. She sank deep into the water and found herself in the palace of the Sea King. Ingdang-su was greatly impressed by her sacrifice and devotion to her father. He sent her back to earth wrapped in a lotus flower. She was carried to the palace, and the emperor fell in love with her and asked her to marry him. The emperor and empress held a great banquet for all the blind men of the kingdom, with the hope that she would be able to find her father again. When her father heard his daughter's voice, he was so shocked that he opened his eyes wide and could suddenly see. And it is said that every blind man who looked at Shimcheong that day had his vision restored. The end. So the story of Shimcheong teaches us that children should respect their elders and they should try to sacrifice when they are able to be able to help them out. And in this case, Shimcheong and her father were both rewarded for her sacrifice. And so that kind of goes into a lot of aspects of Korean culture, is that familial piety, respecting elders and respecting those traditions. Once again, my name is Kevin. I hope you enjoyed this folktale here in Heart and Soul, Growing Up in Korea.